Yeah, tell me. Off we go. मुझे इस बात से इनकार है.
Hi, I'm Viveck Vasswani and I just reviewed INKAAR for you. You can see it on the net. I was sauntering around Star City Cinema and this lady, she's Anuya. And Anuya was watching the movie all by herself in a nice little black dress. And I thought I'd bring her to us here and sit with her and I would analyze what she thought about the movie very honestly. If she liked it, she liked it. If she didn't like it, she's Janta. I thought, let's see what the Janta felt about the movie. Anuya, hi.
Hi.
Did you like the movie?
Yes, because it kept me on my toes. Throughout the film, I wanted to know whether, what's exactly happening, where is the harassment and what exactly is the plot.
But I don't think anyone wakes up at 10 o'clock in the morning and goes to Star City.
First show. That's I need to go tell people what happened.
Cool, but did you do that because Arjun Rampal is hot or did you do that because you thought, I'm an intellectual and you don't have glasses, so...
Yeah, but I can be brains inside, right?
Can.
Well, I'm a Sudhir Mishra fan.
Let's start with the performances and then we'll go into the politics of the story and the plot. Did you genuinely think Arjun was good in the film?
I think both of them were very good. In fact, most of the actors were good, I feel.
Do you genuinely think that, like for example now Chitrangada, do you see any difference in Chitrangada's films with Sudhir Mishra and Chitrangada's films that she has done outside Sudhir Mishra?
Definitely, because I feel Chitrangada gets more leverage in his films because I think he's the one who actually understands who she is.
Fair enough, I think so too. I agree with you.
And I find her performances far freer and more, I would say more dedicated, more, you can say bang on, because I guess he gets the best out of her.
Tell us about Arjun Rampal.
Arjun, well, he's the typical model looks, but face is more intense, which is a great combination for an actor, I believe. And the way he's played the CEO of a ad agency, I think he's done it brilliantly well.
So, now we therefore come to the politics of the plot. This is a film where a woman who's working in an ad agency files a case of sexual harassment against her colleague. She is the National Creative Director, he is the CEO, so they're obviously equals. But our plot is layered. It's not a story of equals. It's a story of a man who's the CEO of an advertising agency who mentors, trains, grooms, nurtures, sculpted the entire personality of Maya Luthra so that she can become...
I would say she's learned the tricks of the trade from him and then used it on him itself. The way she behaved in the whole thing, that if he doesn't love me, then let me just, it's a power game as well.
Now, where did you hear the word love? I heard it in the last
scene.
Yeah,
but it was obvious throughout the film the way she's reacted and stuff.
No, I saw her being jealous. I saw her being insecure.
Isn't that like a byproduct of love? Like the way it seemed?
No.
And she told her colleague as well that she was in love with him.
No, I can be jealous of a colleague, but because his film is done better than mine doesn't mean that I'm in love with him.
No, but she has told her colleague in the film, in between, where she tells Mrs. Kamdar that she had told me when she was drowned that she's in love with him.
That she thinks that this relationship can go further.
Yeah, she has expectations from the relationship.
But what has happened with this film, which is very strange, it normally doesn't happen to a lot of movies, is that 300 different people have 300 different views and 300 different takes on the film, which is actually one very, very important part of cinema. Cinema should give rise to conversation.
I think it's all from everybody's different experiences in their own lives.
You don't think this film romanticized the eschaton in existentialist proportions against fate?
I think you should just simplify that.
But as I was saying, this is a film that has led to a whole bunch of people debating, discussing, heatedly I may say, for the film, against the film. It's the kind of film that has led to a whole bunch of people saying they loved it. It's led to a whole bunch of people saying they hated it. And it's led to a whole bunch of people wanting to discuss it further. This is the kind of cinema that I think this country at this point of time does need. So, I'm back to Anuya saying, so finally, did you love it or did you hate it?
I loved it because it's not spoon-fed and everybody can have their own interpretation.
Tell them.
That's why I liked it. I liked it. What I liked the best is the way it's put in the series, like the direction basically, is because it keeps you on your toes. Even though the plot is pretty simple as far as we are concerned, and after the...
Yeah, so these Mishra's stories are essentially simple.
It unfolds itself and then that's when you come to know what the crux was.
Sudhir Mishra essentially makes very simple movies with very complex characters.
Yes, I agree. Vivek, I was just thinking, there's a very interesting statement in the film which the social worker who's trying to crack the case has made. It says, दो खूबसूरत लोग साथ काम करेंगे, वक्त बिताएंगे, तो सेक्स तो होगा ही. So
I don't think that that's a generalization.
But then what exactly what is sexual harassment in a workplace? Then?
Sexual harassment, again, the same social worker says. She says, if I flirt with you and you accept it, then it's flirtation.
Absolutely.
If I flirt with you and you do not accept it and it angers you or it aggravates you or it hurts you, then it's harassment.
So in a way it's in the woman's hand then?
It's in the hands of the person who is being flirted with or the person who, if you were to flirt with me...
But I think women are taken more seriously in such contexts than the man.
I would think everyone is under the impression that the sexual advances or the sexual flirtation or the jo pehel hoti hai, that starts only with the man. I don't think it's true.
But does the law in India actually... Is it on the man's side or the woman's side? In India, I think it's on the woman's side.
I must be very honest with you, and it is an unfortunate situation, and unfortunately more so, and this is very sensitive. So this is not something I fooled around with. In the last 6, 8, 10 weeks, we have seen every case of sexual harassment or rape or molestation being highlighted. And so far, we are not really seeing the law doing anything concrete about it yet. I have not seen the fast-track courts that have been promised. I have not seen justice dispensed swiftly. I have not seen any major campaign against rape coming out by the police or the government, like they have this campaign against cigarette smoking, which is now in all the cinemas. So, unfortunately, the law is really on nobody's side because the law is still waiting to figure out what to do. And like it or not, that seems to be the truth. So, if you think that I will molest you and then you can go to the law, you can.
It's on camera.
No, that's okay. I'm just giving you as an example. Again, this is something that the lawyer in the film says. She says to prove rape is very easy.
Yes.
To prove sexual harassment is very, very difficult. So, where is the line?
And sexual harassment could be actually played mentally as well. Like you don't have to really make an advance physically.
See, it's like this. No, now if Arjun Rampal makes a pass at you, you will be delighted, you will be thrilled, and
just like one of the characters in the film.
Correct. But if that mochi downstairs, Gangu, he comes and makes a pass at you with his bad odor and body odor and yellow teeth, and
तो मैं इनकार कर दूंगी.
बिल्कुल इनकार कर दोगी. So that is the situation. So there are no generalizations, and I think one thing that the film has also said is that this is the case between two people. It's a game of politics. It's a game of political pressure within a corporate world where the game is far higher than merely sex in the office place. It escalates and explodes into a culmination which actually leads to a situation where someone like a Mrs. Kamdar is called to sit and a committee is formed and this is examined.
But then I also feel that the law is for women because otherwise she wouldn't have played a game like that, right?
I would think the law is actually and should
and
be.
He has to give up, like if you see the film.
Because
it's like that.
Yeah, because though it is true that a woman can rape a man technically, because rape means sex without consent.
Absolutely.
By and large, it doesn't happen. By and large, I think it is the man who does the raping.
At least that's what Indian law says. I mean,
that's what Indian law says, yeah. But again, there are no hard and fast rules. But I'm glad you came. Thank you very much for talking to me. I like the fact that we are able to have these kinds of debates, these kinds of discussions about movies.
Thanks to Sudhir Mishra for a film like INKAAR that we could actually discuss corporate.
And I am seriously hoping that I can ask Sudhir Mishra to come and sit with me and have a talk where I can talk to him about what Anuya has talked to me about, and let's see what he has to say about his own film INKAAR.